Good evening, fellow YouTubers. As you can see, I'm setting up. Hopefully this will be the last night of painting. Hopefully. Dur Steel 69. DRU Steel 69. I love enjoying reading your comments, buddy. They're awesome comments. One of the comments you said, "Will I sign it?" And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I'm like, I can make this a fun challenge for a lot of people. And what I'm thinking of doing is taking you up on, will you sign it? Jacob was here in 2018. I am going to do something like that. The reason why I'm going to say this is because it's going to be a fun little challenge once I finally get all my modules down here and I can start building more modules. But on those modules, there will be hidden things to find. And you gave me the great idea of doing this Dur Steel 69. And that is, I am going to sign the inside of this blast chamber wall. And it will be signed, and on one of my sheets, and I got to write this down in a notebook I have over there. This building will have a little bit of a history, but this will be one of the buildings on the layout. You have to actually remove the roof because the blast chamber will not have a ceiling. And you'll have to open up the roof on this building to find the signature. So you can, I'm thanking Dur Steel 69 for this comment. And it's going to be kind of funny because a lot of people are like, wait a minute, you signed the building? They won't know the whole story behind it. Only me and Dur Steel 69 will. Just because he's mentioned it, it's gonna happen. And yes, this is a silver Sharpie. Just so you have proof, it is signed. Dur Steel 69. There you go. Eat your heart out. That will be a really good freaking hunt on the layout. Only you and a lot of the YouTubers will know about it. But when I finally plant this building on my modules, it will be a fun game for you guys to find it. So this is one of the buildings that will have that. Now, let's get to finishing up these two walls. Let's see what I can get done here. Hopefully I can get the rest of this painting done. Once all the rest of this painting is done, I will be kind of at a standstill until I can order the plastic I need. I need plastic because I'm going to be doing some other things to this building. So I might start gluing, I might not. I'm not too sure yet. I gotta see what I'm gonna do here. See, hopefully if I can order that plastic this week. And see about getting that plastic out of this next paycheck. I just need the 1/8 hollow tubes. And I need C channels and 1/8 strips. I'm just putting another coat of paint on the bottom real quick. For the most part, it does take one coat. Sometimes it takes two, depending on what color the plastic is. The heavier the coat you can go, the better off. The less you don't have to repaint it or go over it for the second coat or third coat. That is one thing I found out. Go heavy and you won't have to worry about putting 3 or 4 coats on. For the most part, 1 coat will cover it. But you're always going to have to go back and find the spot or find the spots that you miss. It's always called touch-up. I usually go back and double check to make sure I can live with what I painted. But like I said, it's your railroad. It is what you want to make of it. So yes, these 4 windows right here are not painted yet, so I can put my fat mitts on it. Once I start painting them, I won't be able to grab them there. I mean, it's acrylic paint, it ain't gonna hurt you, I'll tell you that. But nevertheless, it's always fun getting paint off you. See, I just grabbed it, and I'm like, hey, you're not supposed to grab that. So now I gotta see where I can. There we go. Like I said, the heavier the coat you can go, the less coats you have to do. This might be one of the. I might go over it one more time. And then once I go over it one more time, that should hopefully be it. Hopefully. But as the old saying goes, you're never done until the fat lady sings. But then again, you know, some people are that picky. I mean, I'm not that picky. I mean, I know I'm going to be weathering this building. So you can make it look like where the plastic's coming through. And make it look like it's been sitting out in the weather. It's been weathered for many, many years. Like the building has been kept up. Natural decay. Like the earth has reclaimed it back to its rightful spot in life. So I'm not worried about painting the inside of the building. You won't really get to see it. I'll sand some of that off because there are some parts that go in here. So I'm not too worried. I will save this for the next video, and this, at least got this done. So there will be one more video. Because, as you can see, painting that line, it is a little bit of a trickery. This will get painted on this one, and these 2 windows will get painted. I'm just looking at it to see what else I need painted, or what I want to paint. Or what else needs to be touched up. And as you can see, that bottom is really... This bottom is really good. I like that. I know I was looking at this a little bit earlier. I was kind of seeing where I might need to touch up a little bit. Like I said, it's your building. It's what you want to do with it. Don't let people get your knickers in a twist. I mean, you know, a lot of people will say negative things in life. It's how you just tune them out and go about your business. You can't let people tell you how to run your life. Same thing in railroad. I mean, you know, it's your model railroad layout. If you want to sign your building or get an idea from Mr. Durasteel 69, he came up with that brainiac idea in one of my comments. I'm sure you saw that comment. I kind of chuckled and I was like, you know what? I like that idea. And I ran with it. So that will be one of the buildings. You guys will have to try to figure out where this building is on the layout. And then you're going to have to very, very, very carefully remove that roof to verify that this is the building that has the signature in it. But here's the tricky part. I got another 3 or 4 of these buildings. So you guys are going to be having a manhunt from blank to find this building. Now, what would be wrong of me is if I would build these buildings all the same color, with the same brick wash technique, the same pewter gray, as you can see where I'm painting the window frame. If I would paint all 4 of these buildings the same color because they came and built them in the 1800s, that would just be wrong of me. Because then you really would be scrambling. I might do I will probably do one building the same as this building. Same color, same technique, same everything. That way, it will be a little bit of an interesting factor for you guys. Because then you guys will have 2 buildings of the same. That will kind of narrow it down. But we'll see. Like I said, you can thank Mr. Durasteel 69. Go check out his YouTube. Really good guy. Full of ideas. I like that. When he said that in my comment, I chuckled my head off. And I'm like, you know what? Why not? Let's go sign it. Let's go have fun with this. So, Mr. Durasteel 69, you will have a nice little shout out in this video. You probably got shout out like 3 or 4 times in this video, but hey, I'm not taking credit for that one. You told me, hey, why don't you sign the building? Okay. You told me to sign the building. You ask and you shall receive, as I always say. Yeah, this top will be needing 2 coats, but at least it's getting 1. And I gotta do the front, which is a little bit of a pain in the rear because it's a small, narrow strip. You'll see here in a minute when I flip this over. But that's alright. Now, as I was saying, there's a small, narrow strip, and you gotta be really, really careful. You might get some on the brick, but I'm not too worried about the brick because I can always wash it off later. Main thing is it's just mostly covered. That cup over there, which you can't see, the cup over there, I'll point it over there, just water, so that when I'm done painting, I'm not too worried about gray on the bricks because, like I said, this building will get weathered when I can get the powders. But for the most part, I'm pretty happy. I will put a second coat on that top, and I will probably have to put a second coat on these 4 windows. But for the most part, that's pretty much it. That is pretty much all the painting, except on Hey, you're going for a ride. Now, as you can see here, here's the cup of water that I use. So on this one, there is that thin strip and the thin strip on top. That will be the last of the painting. As you can see, I'm just peeling off some of the gray. I'm not too worried about it. That'll add to the weathering effect. Yeah, so it's just mainly getting the rest of that painted and working on that. And once those get painted, like I said, I'm at a standstill until I can get the plastic light, evergreen plastic light that I need. Like I said, on a tight budget, but once I get these two finished painting, then I'm at a standstill until I can figure out how to save up for the plastic that I need. I don't want to assemble this building yet. And yes, I know you're really on a slant. I don't want to assemble this building yet because oh, mind the mess. Anyways, when I assemble this building, either on this side, or in the blast chamber, which it will not have a roof because it is signed. I want to get an 1/8 inch tube hollow and put a hole on either one of these sides. And you're wondering why? Well, because on this side or wherever, this will have a channel for the light to come up, and then there'll be a C channel from this wall to this wall. There'll be a light here. And then through the wall, I will measure another C channel that will go here. This will overlook the crane, and then there'll be two lights here. Over on this side, where my finger is on the screen, there will be two holes for a movable door, which will be on this one. So this one will have a door that moves up and down. That's why I don't want to really assemble the building yet until I get the plastic. Once I get that plastic, then I can do that. That's why I'm kind of taking my time. You know, living paycheck to paycheck, paying bills. It's always fun being an adult. Not. One last thing I will let you see before I let you go here. Yeah, I'm just kind of cleaning up. I don't have a glass surface yet. I would love to get a glass top for this. These were painted over the weekend, or over the last 2 weeks. These are Satin Hunter Green by Crayola. So, that turned out really well. I have them all painted. I had to repaint a couple, but they're over there in the spray booth. So if you can see right over here, there's the brick wash technique, which is in the way. Here's the pewter gray, we'll move over there. These are all the windows. All the rest of the pieces are over there. They are painted and just drying. So once I paint that and finish up the painting on these two, I can then let them dry and then start putting these in. And then that'll be a little bit of a break from painting. And then hopefully by then I can get the plastic. So have a good night, guys.